There's a huge inventory reduction sale going on right now at Carpets Unlimited and Crandall's Home Furnishings. Buy one and get the second furniture item 10% off. Third item 15% off. Fourth item 20% off. And at Carpets Unlimited, Berber carpet $1.39 a square foot installed with pad. Saxony Stainmaster carpet $1.99 a square foot installed with pad. 18-inch ceramic tiles starting 89 cents a square foot. Laminate 99 cents a square foot. Come in today for the best selection. Crandall's Home Furnishings and Carpets Unlimited in Owensboro. See store for details.
Thanks for staying with us. And now, Jim, let's talk about Henry County coming into Owensboro Catholic, and we do have video of this game also. Henry County comes in ranked 10th in 3A, Catholic number 5 in 2A. Really thought that this could be a game where Catholic was going to get tested a little. Aces go 28-0 at halftime, pull away for a 49-13 win. I think we're seeing Owensboro Catholic just get better every week.
I do too, and I think that a couple of factors here, Scott. Henry County compared to Catholic, I covered this game, and when you look at two teams on the field, Henry County, a half step slow matching up with Catholic. This was not a good matchup for Henry County at all. I think in the district that they play in, that speed-wise, they probably match up a lot better with their people up there, and that's why they came in 4-1. A little bit overrated, I think, frankly, for to be ranked 10th in 3A after watching them. But they do have a really good passing attack. Their quarterback was very impressive. The problem with Henry County is that in this game, at least, they became a one-dimensional team. And, boy, when you play good teams, they'll just eat you alive. And that's what the Aces did because Henry County simply could not run the ball. They tried early in the game. They really tried to establish that so that it would, Catholic wouldn't know what was coming later when the game was going to be decided. But no, Catholic shut that down, and so that forced Henry County to pass on 3rd and long. And you know football. That's a recipe for disaster. And sure enough, Catholic really dominated this game because of it.
It's funny that we've got Catholic and Hancock sitting out there as that big matchup that we're all looking at.
Yeah.
Because when you look at them on paper, they're strikingly similar
Very
in
much.
the fact that you never know who is going to beat a team that night. Hardesty throws 164 yards, a touchdown. Russell Hayden runs for 2 touchdowns on 13 carries. Braylon Dixon, 2 touchdowns on 7 carries. Ryan Hogg, a touchdown catch and a kickoff return for a touchdown. Yeah. It's just very similar type of deal where they're just coming at you from everywhere.
And I'll tell you this: you mentioned these 4 players and everything. It could have just as easily been Mazden Riney or Zach Brett or some. They've got a boatload of weapons offensively, and in the next game it could be somebody like that. That's the thing about Catholic is that once it really got established this year, Scott, that they had a true field general with Isaac Hardesty, and I go back to him a lot, but boy, that is so important with an offense like this because it's multifaceted and you've got to make decisions on the line, adjusting against the defense and everything like that. And once Isaac kind of locked in as the quarterback, boy, that opened up a lot of windows there. And all of a sudden, you can just see defenses on their heels. It's hard to be aggressive, Scott. We talk about defenses flying to the football. We use that phrase, and that's true. Coaches want defensive backs and linebackers arriving when the ball does. But the problem is when you face Catholic, you can't help but be on your heels a little bit because you really don't know what's coming and you don't know what direction it's coming in.
Oh, there's no question. That's true. And I mean, that's just how Hancock plays.
Sure.
They've got so many guys running the ball that there's no way you can focus on one guy.
Yep.
This game's still 2 weeks out. Both of them have a off week coming up this Friday.
That'll be good.
So, I hate to talk too much about that looking ahead, but it's going to be really interesting.
Absolutely.
Owensboro, Ohio County. Owensboro coming off just the really tough loss to Bowling Green, 44-20. I think they wanted to come out, or I think they thought they wanted to come out and make a statement against Ohio County, but it didn't happen. They're only up 7-0 at halftime. They throw on 2 or 3 touchdowns in the second half.
Yep.
But the number that stands out to me is the 7-0 at halftime. This is an Ohio County team that has now lost 25 straight games.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're wanting to come out and make a statement, I don't think going up 7-0 on Hancock at halftime is making the statement you wanted to make.
No, I mean, you're talking about flat. This was as flat as the wheat fields of Kansas, okay? I mean, you can't be any flatter than leading Ohio County 7-0. That's not knocking Ohio. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's telling you that Owensboro High School there's something not right there as far as their emotional outlook going into games.
Yeah.
And it's not just us saying it. Joe Prince said it in the game story.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's something wrong with this Red Devil team.
Yeah, you've got to. I'll put it this way, and this is not just about Owensboro, it's about any team. Great teams play as hard against Ohio County as they do against Bowling Green. Great teams. That's what they do. They play. That's the mentality that they have. I mean, that's any team you look at, the really great ones play every play just as hard as the last one. It doesn't matter if it's Butler County in front of you or Louisville Trinity. And so Owensboro really does need to get back to the mentality of, look, we're not good enough to just come out here and show up, and it showed up there.
Yes.
I mean, 7-0 at halftime.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure Ohio County deserves some credit. I want to point that out because seriously,
No, they play hard. Ohio County, if Owensboro played as hard as Ohio County played to keep Owensboro to 7-0, this probably would have been a 35-0 halftime.
That's
score.
correct, and that's what I'm getting at.
Yes.
That's what, and Owensboro, to get their mojo back, they've got to start saying, look, it didn't work out last week, but we're not going to let that affect us. We're going to move forward. We've got a lot of games to play. The district championship can still be decided within the games we have to play. So yeah, their big issue right now is emotion and focus. Yeah. I think focus was badly missed here. Yeah. And it doesn't matter who you're playing. You got to go out and play hard.
Last game we want to talk about from last weekend, Webster County going to Calhoun to play McLean County. Mm-hmm. We thought this was a game McLean County could stay in, and they did.
Yeah.
They did. It's 16-0 at halftime, ends up 29-6 Webster.
Yeah.
But I think overall, kind of the kind of game we thought we would see. Webster just kind of grinded their way to the win.
Yeah, that's what it is. Webster's not a great team. They're a pretty decent team this year. They're 3-3. They deserve some credit, and they're 1-0 in the district. But it was a game McLean could be competitive in, and for the most part they were. And I hope that they learned something from it. I hope that for Coach McCammon, the Cougars came out of this game better than they entered it. That's the thing. If you come out of it better than you entered it,
right.
and they may have.
I would bet they did.
They may have.
I would bet they did.
They may have.
Let's talk about a couple little interesting notes here. One, good old Grayson County. We like talking about Grayson County because they've got this bizarre stat where they have now outscored their opponents 273-2 through 6 games.
Yep.
Still, Todd County Central, that safety, only points scored on them. But here's the question. How good is Grayson? Because if you throw out Hancock, who they beat in week 1, the cumulative record for their other 5 wins, 5-25, and 3 of those wins is from Todd over suspect opponents.
I understand.
So how do you rate Grayson based on that?
Here's how I'll answer the question. It goes back to the Owensboro Ohio game we just talked about. No matter who Grayson County plays, they come to play every week. It reflects in their scores. See, these are not world-beating teams. You can't mentally get up for a lot of these teams they play. But guess what? They've done it because they've come out and played hard, and it's reflected in the score. I don't mean they're beating people 60-0 on purpose or anything like that, but they come out and win 45-0 every week.
Right. That's
a team ready to play. Coach Smart deserves a lot of credit for that because I'm telling you right now, if the confidence level isn't high at Grayson County, it's not high anywhere.
Right.
And when you dominate, you haven't given up a defensive point.
Right.
The defense has not given up a point through, 6 games?
6 games.
6 games.
6 games. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
So I would assume then you take the same view for Hancock County.
Yeah.
They lose 34-0 in Grayson in week 1, win 5 straight. Cumulative record for those 5 is 3-25, with one of the wins being Butler beating Brett County.
Well, I understand.
2 of these teams involved.
I understand that.
But you're taking the same tact with Hancock.
Yeah,
too.
and I'll add one more thing about Hancock in that regard. Look what happened last year when they at home lost to Brett County. Guess what? This year they really handled Brett County. It tells me, kind of like Grayson here, what we're talking about, Hancock has matured as a football team. They're not looking ahead. They're going through every week, looking at it like, we've got to take care of business, and they've done it. So, I mean, you can't help it. A team shouldn't be blamed for the teams on their schedule. I mean, they can't help it.
I agree.
And if Hancock takes care of business every week like they've done, they're doing what they should be doing as a football team.
I agree. Well, we're going to find out about Hancock and Catholic in 2 weeks, so
Yep.
that'll be an interesting one.
That'll be great.
But we've got some good games coming up this week. We've got DC and Apollo in the annual county showdown.
Playoff game.
And a definite playoff game. And we've got Christian and Owensboro in what's probably a district championship game.
Absolutely.
So we do have some interesting games coming up that we're going to talk about on Thursday's show. So until 2 o'clock Thursday, we thank you for watching.